All right, hey, welcome to Van Life Adjustments. I've been waiting to do this video for a while. Man, have I found a gem. Oh, and I didn't think I was going to be here until a year from now, and all of a sudden, I used to have I went into RV life, and then I got into a new industry. I'm an insurance adjuster, so I bounce around. And I needed something more practical. That big old truck I had pulling that RV was great, but it kept breaking down. And I was watching YouTube, and I was like, "Oh man, I'd love to get a Sprinter. Love to, you know how it is, man. You sit there and watch these videos, and you're like, man, someday. Well, I don't know how. I have a knack for it or something, but I manifested this, and it just the door opened. I had to jump through the. I had to jump into the. I had to. I'm in the briar patch now, baby. I jumped down that rabbit hole. Whoo! This is... I could not have found a better van. And now I can legitimately claim my YouTube channel, because before I was going to start it, but I was running an RV instead of a van. But now I'm in a van. So welcome to Van Life Adjustments. My name is Jason, and you are going to love this. Oh my. I bought a 2008 Chevy Express Work van, 3500, 350 V8, 6.0 liter, 18,000 miles. Yeah. It's Arizona, and there's even more to it. There's more to it. I mean, so... You know, it's one of those things. It's like, I better start looking. I need to get something. Okay, if I'm going to get something different, then I'm going to trade my truck in, get something. And I didn't think I'd find a deal like this. Oh, boy. I did not feel that. Oh, man. Yeah, so... I picked it up yesterday, drove it up to Prescott. Now I'm sitting here at the beautiful Prescott Willow Lake Reservoir, right around the corner from my house. Prescott's my home base. I travel around, so this van is very unique. I'm so happy I found it. It cruised up into the Phoenix. I bought it in the Mesa Phoenix metro area, and I drove it up into central Arizona. And so I went from like 1,500, 2,000 sea level up to 5,000 feet, and climbing up the 17 through the Black Canyon. If any of you have been through here, you know it's a climb. And this thing hauled butt through it. Oh man, I love it. This thing is gonna tow my RV. And that's the thing. I started looking around, and I'm like, all right, I got to get something that'll tow the RV. And my wife and I were back and forth about it. And it's like, all right, well, what are we going to do? Sell the RV? Because I'm not paying for storage if I can't use it or tow it. So she's like, all right. So I started doing a little research. These 1-ton vans, oh man, this will probably tow it better than my 2500 HD 6.6 Duramax. So we'll see. But right now, it's heavy. And there's a reason it's heavy. This was a government vehicle. Impeccable service records, 28 service records on 18,000 miles. That's like they brought it in every 700 miles. And they're changing the oil, serpentine belt, checking the electrical, checking this, checking that. You know? So, good deal on my end. I got something that's going to last a while. And it's Arizona, no rust. It was here the whole time. But this was a Department of Corrections Armory vehicle. So basically it has a weapons cage in it that's they would lock up, take it out to wherever they're shooting practice, or they would bring it out if they had work crews, prison work crews. You know, you'll see. I want to show you this bad boy. Oh my. Let's do a quick outdoor tour though first. And oh yeah, so how I came across this, you know, I was looking in this one dealer in Mesa. They had the largest selection of cargo vans and work vans, and it was one of those places, you know, attention, Arizona, if you're low on cash, You need a ride? $500 down will get you in a ride. If you got taxes, come get your taxes done and buy a ride. We'll match it up to $1,500. You know, it's that kind of place. Here's the kicker, though. I have good credit. I had a good down payment, and I got a trade-in that was worth a little bit. So they were more than willing to work a deal with me. And I had some concerns, and I had them compensate for it. So we'll see how she goes. I also bought a 1-year, 12,000 mile warranty on it because I do plan on being on the road all summer. So I want to make sure if something does happen, it's covered. It wrapped up into the loan, cost me an extra $25-30 a month. No problem. All right. So let's get to it because, oh man, this is a gem. And I'll do what I can here to make this as short as possible, but you guys are going to have to see this baby. All right, here we go. I'll just give you the quick outdoor tour. It's all stock, 2-wheel drive, 3,500. All right, looks pretty good, don't it? Runs good. It's nice and clean. There's a few little scratches here and there on it. Brand new tires, good rims. I made sure that they put in a tow package for me. So yeah, this is bad boy, man. It's all panel van, so everything's looking good. And this is where it gets jiggity, baby. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Oh my God. You guys are gonna flip out. All you gun enthusiasts are gonna flip the heck out. Look at this. It is heavy. This is all gun safe material. This is what is that, like 1/8 1/4-inch plate steel. I mean, we got slide out drawers here. We got, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. We got room for 28 assault rifles. It all has clips in it. If you guys know anybody that might want to buy this whole interior setup, you better hurry up because I need to get it out of here. By the time I post this video, it might be sold. But yeah, this thing is just so awesome. It has all this right here is all lockable. They took all the locks off. I think that was part of the thing when they went to auction. They had to do that kind of stuff. But yeah, these are huge ass drawers. And there's a couple more little things, like look it back up in here. This slides all the way back. That's like a 4 foot. I think you could fit case guns in there and stuff like that. Yeah, up here, I believe this would have been for all magazine storage. Ammunition and such, all lockable. So there's a couple really cool features about this. It all has fucking, pardon my French, it all has like some kind of metal sheeting, composite sheet metal, and it's all riveted in. The ceiling, the doors, everything's all like nice and trim and custom. Now if I get somebody that just wants to buy some of the gear but they don't want the fencing and the housing, I'll probably keep it because it's all custom, and I could butt it up here, create a wall, keep the one in the back, and then that rear little area will be a nice little area for hanging shit. But the whole point is if I do keep the cage part of it, then I could secure my entire cargo area and lock it up if I want to, and that might be an option. But so there's a couple little things, there was a mad wiring in here, so I mean they had all kinds of stuff. They had lights everywhere. They had 12-volt ports back there, DC ports back there, so there's a lot of stuff going on here. There's a couple really cool things though too, and I need you guys' advice, what you would do. But check this out. I was looking around, and wouldn't you know it, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it looks like they spray foamed the entire the entire thing, and I won't know for sure. So the problem that I'm going to have is figuring out how much they did, how thick it is. I think that'll be all right, but where the wiring is, getting the old wiring out and fishing through the new wiring, you know. So I think I might get a hold of Jared Tachi or somebody like that and pay him for an hour-long consult on what he would do, or you drop comments. I'm definitely open for anything you guys have to say, but this thing is heavy right now. So the next step for me is I've set up an appointment with an old client of mine who I've in good relation. I owned a landscaping company, so that's where my big truck came in and stuff. But I was doing some work out at this guy, and he's a retired Arizona Marshal, and he's all the clubs, everything. He's like president of this club and that club. Anyway, he's also a dealer, private dealer, and I set up an appointment with him here in a couple of days. I'm gonna have him look at all this, price it out for me, tell me what it's worth. Possibly, if he's up for it, broker a deal, take a cut, whatever. But the bottom line is it has to get out of here because I got a lot of work to make this livable. And man, I'm digging the interior, man, but I'm not sure about having all this metal paneling on this. Is it good or bad? I know I could take out all a lot of this weight. This whole setup, probably the desk is the heaviest part. That's probably a couple 100 pounds, and then everything else is pretty weighty too. It's all thick steel. So what I'm gonna do here next is I got a bunch of stuff that needs to go to the dump. It's probably about 20 pounds worth of stuff. But I can weigh in, weigh out, and get my weight on this, kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. And then when I remove this, I can actually see how much weight I removed, and go from there. All right, hit the subscribe button if you're interested in this transformation of this old school government weapons armory vehicle, securement vehicle. Subscribe and follow, man. And not only that, I'm an insurance adjuster, and that's where the van life adjustments comes in. I travel around the country. I'm looking forward to setting this up. So follow me, and if you're an insurance adjuster watching this, you know, I'm brand new. It's my first season, my first full season out. I've done one hurricane deployment, and you can walk through with me, you know, heckle me, give me a hard time, whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter to me, but I'm new at it. I'm a greenhorn, and I'm gonna be documenting all the little like headaches and oh my God, you know, that kind of stuff. So on top of that, I'm new to the van life. I'm not new to RVing and living like a vagabond. I used to own a 1965 VW bus, and I lived out of it for a little while, and I'm glad to be back in a van. More later.